It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Brewdog and Mackie's from Scotland. Now Mackie's, I believe, make ice cream. Or I hope they do, because they've got their name written on a can. It's called 2 Scoops Honeycomb Ice Cream Stout. 7% ABV, 440 milliliter can. I picked this up in Waitrose of all places. Waitrose supermarket. I think this is a bit of a gamble from Waitrose, to be honest with you. You've got to really kind of pray that this is going to be a good beer. It was £4 a can. It wasn't cheap. Sort of Waitrose glides, in my eyes, I don't know if you kind of rank your supermarkets, but for me, Waitrose is trying to glide a little bit higher than Marks and Spencer in terms of quality. So an ice cream stout at 7%. Is it going to be a sweet, sickly mess? Or is it going to have some stout bitterness to it? Is it going to have some roasted malt? That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that Brewdog have really thought about this. I'm hoping that Waitrose have really thought about it. Because for me, a stout should always have bitterness. Regardless if it's a stout that's been brewed with ice cream or honeycomb, whatever. So there's a look at the beer then. We got a very small film-like tan-coloured head, half a finger tan-coloured head. It is a jet black beer in the glass. It did pour out quite dark. In terms of body for a 7% beer, it looks a little bit thin. Let's get the all important. No, let's see if there's any sediment. I doubt it from Brewdog. There's no sediment in the bottom of the glass. Brewdog don't really do sort of sediment in their beer. It's all sort of semi-pasteurized stuff, semi-filtered stuff. Yeah, loads of sort of honeycomb. Lots of sweetness, lots of sickly sort of ice cream sweetness. Some of you may already be kind of shaking your head thinking, okay, it's got ice cream all over the front of the can. Why have you bought it? Well, the reason why I bought it is just to sort of try and hold on to this. Maybe it's a fiction of my imagination, because I don't have many stouts these days that are bitter. They used to be bitter years ago. And now we've been pushed down this direction of sweet, sickly stouts. And I do get a proper Imperial stout every now and again, and they're blooming brilliant. But I'm reviewing, the reason why I'm reviewing it is because, well, that's what I do. That's what I do. I went down to Waitrose, not to pick up this beer, but to pick up the St Austell Extra Special Tribute and the 2025 Fuller's Vintage Ale. That's what I really went down for, and I stumbled across this in the beer aisle and thought it was important enough to pick up. But it's very sweet, it's very sickly, it's very sort of sticky, sweet, honeycomb. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Not much in the way of roasted malt coming through. It's impossible. I find it impossible to even remotely enjoy a beer, that I have this sweet radar. There's tribes in Africa that have never had sugar, and sometimes it'll crop up on YouTube that you can see these tribes trying sugar for the first time, and the tribesmen are doing this with their mouths as they put sugar in their mouth. They're like, "What's this?" Like, ah, and they describe it as a burning sensation. Now I've gone down that path of eating lots of savoury stuff, lots of bitter beers. So I've sort of sent my palate down that same direction of I like bitter things, and I think it opens your world. When you learn to enjoy bitterness, it opens your world in a completely different way. But I suppose, well, do you call it a downside? I suppose maybe not. Those same sort of like overly sweet, glucosey. It's like drinking a can of black liquid with a ton of Tate & Lyle sugar in it and some honeycomb flavour. It's just, for me, it's wrong in every sense. It's wrong in every. I do get a lot of comments on YouTube from people that will say, actually, I love the sound of this. I love the sound of this beer. This is right up my street. I love sweet stuff. But for me, it's thin. There's no body. There's no mouthfeel. It starts off like a cherry cola. Like a thin cherry cola flavour. And they're all doing it. All these breweries are doing it. I think I reviewed a beer the other day that I was describing as cherry cola and sweet and terrible. Was it from Vault City? Might have been from Vault City. A stout from them. I think it might have been, actually. I think it was. The same. It's the same. I think, of course, these breweries, they all meet up at awards ceremonies, and they all, of course they do, they all talk about what they're doing and what they're brewing, and of course the supermarkets ask for it too, because if this stuff is selling like rockin' horse poop, then why not? Yeah, let's just brew loads of sweet stout and everybody's happy. But there are a rare few people out there that really enjoy bitterness and really enjoy. So what would I class as an Imperial Stout? I would class an Imperial Stout as to have, if you're lucky, it's not always important, but if you're lucky, a one finger, nice tan coloured head. The beer should pour out like engine oil, like thick, gloopy engine oil, from all of the roasted malt and all of the malts added to the beer. And then you should have this lovely, like the textures, the layers of malt as your aromas coming through, the tasting of the beer, lots of different malt flavours, and then a whacking great bitterness on the back end from the roasted malts of chocolate, coffee, caramel, and then flavours are coming from the malts, just the malts, and it's magic. It's a magical experience. This is ruining people's. I mean, if you just buy supermarket stouts, supermarket sweet stouts, your whole idea of stout will be this, and it's wrong. It's wrong to send people down that wrong direction. A truly terrible beer from Waitrose and Brewdog and Mackie's. Not for me. You might like it if you like sweet stuff, but not for me. It's a 1 out of 10. I find it completely undrinkable. It's going straight down the sink. I hope you liked the video. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.